food is an interesting place. Just like a kid's book could be an interesting place. Is like some people go out to eat just to satiate an appetite.
Yeah.
Some people go out to eat because they want to know a story.
Right.
Not every guest and not every diner is the same way.
Yeah.
Same way as like someone reading a kid's book to their kid.
Yeah.
They're just trying to put their kid to bed.
Mm-hmm.
As opposed to like maybe they're actually trying to teach their kid something.
Yeah.
It's not always the same journey for everybody.
Yeah.
So, but if I can hit 1 out of 10, I'm good.
Yeah. And you can keep coming back to it. Like you can get it on many levels, right? So it's like, I mean, I knew that I had books that I would read, and then 5 years later I'd read it, and then I'd be like, oh, I missed that.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what was happening. And then you go again, and there's a whole other level. And the same thing, and this is about food, it's about bread, you know? So I think the same thing happens with making something in a kitchen. You know, you're like, oh, this is what he was doing. Oh, this is what he was doing. Oh. You know, like you keep unraveling the story and the making of the thing. Yeah.
But it's just like you said, is like as you develop as a human, like your relationship with food develops. You know, so, you know, as I go through, I mean, Ariel turns 7 in January. So like as I go through dishes that we've had on the menu for 6-7 years, the relationship I have with them is very different as to when I did them 7 years ago. Yeah. It's because we grow as humans. Yeah. So, you know, the fact that this is a kid's book. Yeah. I mean, imagine the lifespan of that. Imagine if they read this to their kids. Yeah. I mean, that's incredibly powerful. Yeah. Like there's so much behind that. So I don't know. There's questions
that kids are asking because it's like what the bread says. So like the bread talks, right? And they're like, how does the bread talk? And that's really beautiful because they're like, wait, what is it trying to say to me? What's it saying? You know? And it's like they're really literal at one age, at when they're really little, but then they start to understand symbolism. Right. And then that starts to unfold and they're like, oh, okay. Like there's all kinds of breads. There's like challah in here. There's all kinds of stuff. Right. Yeah. And there's at the beginning, there's like a little bit that says that encourages kids to make something, like make their own stuff in the
which is great. Yeah. I love that.
Like here's what you do before reading, here's what you do after reading, here's what you do during reading. So like here are some questions like what, you know, about baking or whatever, and then get a recipe. Go to your parents. Where does this come from? Like I was talking to with another writer that's Indian American, and she was like, yeah, I remember cooking with my mother all the time. I mean, that's where half my stories come from, you know? So it's all layered.